All right. So real quickly, tell me your name and your title and the name of the show.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Dana, and I am founder and lead organizer of LA Vertical Drama Market.
This is the first time this has been held, correct?
Yes, it's the first time in LA.
And in LA, has it been done in?
They did like some business conventions in China, business conferences regarding verticals, but I wouldn't say that we had any event like industry oriented for verticals.
In terms of the micro drama, the vertical market, as you're calling it, it's really exploded in a very short period of time. Give us some sense. I know it's gigantic in China. How big is it there, and what are we seeing in terms of growth here?
So when I got here last year, there were like a few companies who were doing this, and they were doing like 1 or 2 projects per month. Now those companies are doing 4 per month.
Wow.
And they are exploring new opportunities. Even like those big platforms, they look for new productions who do this. They look not only in US but also in Canada and all over the world. And if it was like last year, it was like China and US. Right now, we have vertical shooting in Europe, in France, in Costa Rica, in Latin America, in Australia. It's becoming a global thing.
Wow. Now, in terms of the genres, I think originally it was focused more on like romance and telenovela style melodrama, right? Um, I gather it's starting to branch out a little bit.
I would say that we started exploring other tropes in romance. We started doing more young adult romance. We have something different than just Cinderella and CEO stories. We have like workplace dramas. We have age gap dramas. So you still have a lot of romantic bits. We have more interesting verticals coming in terms of they have more thriller elements, more like some spy elements. But I would say that romance is still like the dominant genre in vertical space.
And the target audience is who?
The target audience is mainly women, like 35 plus. A lot of them they're like Midwest women. But I would say that it's also starting to change. We have a lot of Generation Z coming, and that's the audience we want to target right now. Because every person since 14, they are on TikTok. They are watching vertical, so like why not watch like vertical dramas?
Right. So that's happening. Is there anything slowing it down right now? Is it just is Hollywood sort of figuring this out? I talked with Eric Opeka, the #2 guy at Cineverse, and they're getting into it with Banyan and Lloyd Braun. I think other companies are kind of kicking at this. Is Hollywood diving in now?
I would say yes, because when we had some talks with people like 6 months ago, there was a Quibi ghost. Like 1 year ago, it was like even more prominent because everyone was okay, no, it's not gonna work. It will be just like Quibi. But I guess after a few months, we see that it's coming. Verticals got featured in Washington Post in the Angler, and like everyone is like, okay, maybe it is working. So they try to get in, but they're still very cautious, I would say, about it because they don't know the format. They are not sure how it works, and they are making some steps in this direction, I would say.
Is it safe to say that as a result, you're seeing a lot more organic from the ground up kinds of developments and productions going on? The people involved weren't big names in Hollywood. They're people trying to get in, it couldn't, and now they're finding a way in and a way to make some money, not big money, but some money and become known, right?
And I would say it's like verticals were a very good opportunity for film students who just graduated from top film schools, especially like AFI. I know that like Chinese platforms who were getting into this market, they were targeting those graduates at first. Right now, I would say that a lot of people like trying to dive into this, and they now after like a few featured articles, I feel like investors are more ready to do it because it's a buzz around verticals right now. So, and I feel like a lot of people, there also like, there's this kind of like competition between US and China. And a lot of US established producers, like producers who worked in Hollywood for a couple of decades, they want to, like, why not? China
Right.
is doing, why not US? We can do better. We are Hollywood. So that's, I feel like the vibe is right now.
That's the why. Hey, how's the show turn out, and how many different components of the show are there? I guess you're doing some screenings of some shows and also trying to make it something of a market, sell some of these?
So like the idea for LA vertical drama market was to make it as council market, but for verticals. We wanted to bring all industry people here. So, and we also wanted to shape verticals into the industry because they're still not like legitimized. They're in a gray area right now. We also wanted to create a community around verticals, and we wanted to introduce verticals to Hollywood. So that's why we did like 3-day program. Day one was more introductory for people who want to get started, what a vertical, how to get started, what are the rules of vertical. Day two, we packed with productions in LA, production outside of LA, like directing, intimacy and stunts, some nuances with casting, all of that. And today, day three, we are focused on future. AI, innovation, elevated content, future of verticals. So for that, we had 13 panel discussions. We have 4 screenings of full verticals from platforms. And we also have Vertical Story Lab happening upstairs where we have established writers from apps teaching people how to write verticals. And it was like a blast. We have like a room packed with like 30 writers. They're like on their laptops taking notes. We also have networking events every day, happy hour, and we have like more VIP branches upstairs for established producers who want to mingle. And we also have pitching. So everyone who has a vertical project, they are able to, the finalists of our online competition can pitch their stories to producers who can actually get it made.
I think that ought to do it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.